Moshe ben Maimon, known as Rambam or Maimonides, was one of the most illustrious characters of the Jewish world. It is said of him, "From Moshe until Moshe, there was no one like Moshe." A thread runs directly from Moshe Rabbeinu, greatest of the prophets, to a Rambam, interpreter of Jewish law and leader of perplexed generations. Our Rabbi Harambam was born in Cordoba, Spain, to an established family of sages in a stormy era in which troops of Muslim Mujahideen wreaked destruction and death throughout Spain. His family fled and wandered through Spain for about a decade, finally sailing for Fez, Morocco. But they were forced to flee from there as well, due to Muslim rulings against the Jews, and they sailed to the shores of the land of Israel. Harambam stayed in Israel for about half a year. The climax of his journey was his prayer at the ruins of the Holy Temple and prostrating himself at the graves of the forefathers at the cave of the Machpelah. Due to the difficult economic situation in Israel, Harambam and his family were forced to continue their wanderings. They went down to Egypt, where they settled in the city of Fostat, near Cairo. David, Harambam's brother, traded in precious stones to support the family. But when he drowned at sea with all their possessions, Harambam was left devastated, having lost his beloved brother and his entire source of income. After his brother's death, Harambam became an expert in medicine. As his fame spread, he was appointed royal physician to the court of the ruler Salah ad-Din. Harambam became famous as one of the greatest physicians in history. He wrote many books about medicine, and to this day his books serve as a cornerstone of alternative medicine. His methods are based on a proper combination of balanced nutrition, physical exercise, and a calm state of mind. But Harambam's true greatness lies in the field of Torah literature and Jewish law. His central, most comprehensive work is the Mishnah Torah, in which Harambam codifies the entire corpus of Torah rulings on every subject. This series serves as the basis for Jewish law to this day. In addition, Harambam wrote a comprehensive commentary to the Mishnah, as well as the Book of the Commandments, in which he summarizes the 613 commandments of the Torah. Letters and questions of all kinds were sent to Harambam from the four corners of the earth, and Harambam replied to them all with rulings and guidance. Among his many writings are numerous letters in which he supported and encouraged Jews scattered throughout the diaspora. One of the best-known letters is the Igeret Teiman, Yemenite letter, in which he instructed the Jewish Yemenite leaders on how to deal with the phenomenon of the false Messiah, which was sowing discord among them. Thus Harambam wrote to them in his letter, "Therefore it is proper that they flee and search for God, and go to the deserts and uninhabited places, and care not for their isolation, nor should they worry about losing their wealth, for it is as nothing compared to the King of Kings, the Holy One, blessed be He, who rules over all, and He will reward them well in this world and the next." The admiration of the rabbis of Yemen for Harambam was tremendous, and to this day, the Yemenite community is influenced by Harambam's rulings. Among his books is the great philosophic work called Moreh Nevuchim, or Guide to the Perplexed, which provided the sages of his generation with a response to the prevalent Greek and Muslim philosophies. However, this intellectual treatise incited a stormy debate concerning Harambam's approach. His opponents claimed that this intellectual approach was liable to undermine the simple faith of the Jews. The controversy surrounding this book spread among the greatest Jewish sages, and in some places they even dared to burn the book. The repercussions of this controversy exist to this day. At the same time, it should be mentioned that sages throughout history, such as Rabbi Moshe ben Nachman and Rabbi Yonah HaGerondi, although they opposed Harambam's philosophical approach, defended him and considered him a holy man, the likes of whom had never been seen before or since. The death of a Rambam at the age of 67 left a tremendous vacuum in the Jewish world. Rambam's books still serve today as the cornerstones of the various branches of Torah and Jewish law, and he is esteemed by Jews and non-Jews the world over. Rambam was buried in the city of Tiberias, and many legends are told about his choice for this unique location. The Maimonides Heritage Center exhibition was established near his gravesite to serve as a center for the continued dissemination of the teachings and heritage of the great eagle, Rambam, to the general public.